I thought to myself that I need to make a video today because I want you guys to hold me accountable. And I made a promise with my business partner that I'm going to be posting a video a day for the next month. And then I thought, okay, cool, I need to make a video. So what should I do? And I didn't really want to think about something too much, and I didn't want to come up with anything scripted. So I thought I'd just talk about what I believe the core fundamentals of being a successful business person or business or having a successful business. And it's going to be quite simple because I believe it starts from you having a successful business, running a successful business, aspiring to become a successful person, whether it's in entrepreneurship, whether it's in nursing, whether you're currently going to university, or you've got your goals, or you're in a position where you're not happy with where you are and you want to achieve more. The first thing you need to do is take responsibility. Take responsibility because everything stems down to you, right? Give you an example. Over the past 10 years, I've tried multiple businesses and I've failed loads of them. Some have failed because I've just run myself to the ground because of lack of experience. Others have failed because I've given up, because I thought, okay, this is a scam. For instance, I did SSMA for a couple of months and I bought a course, started a business, started doing outreach, but then I gave up after a few months. And all of a sudden in my head, my first thing I was resorting to is, it's a scam, it doesn't work, which was me just projecting and blaming and finding reasons why SMA didn't work for me, instead of actually looking in the mirror and actually saying, hey, I'm the problem. It's because of me I couldn't actually scale that business, or I couldn't actually stick in and actually do the hard work. And instead I started blaming, thinking of thousands of reasons why SSMA is a scam, why it doesn't work, why it's not a profitable business, why I hate doing outreach. And the reality was, it was all me. I was the problem. I was the reason. I had self-limiting beliefs and I couldn't do the work. I wasn't up for the work, the grind that can actually take me to the next level. And yeah, so this is the purpose of this video, is just to understand that SSMA, for instance, is a good business. It can get you from 0 to 10K. It can get you from 10 to 50K. I now have friends doing 10, 100K a month on SSMA, right? So it's possible. Just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean the business doesn't work. Therefore, the vehicle works. There's so many vehicles you can use to get yourself from where you are now in the mud to 10K, or if you're a business owner already, from 10K to 50K to 100K a month into the millions. It's possible. The vehicle is not the problem, right? It's you. It's the driver. So you need to understand, you need to identify, do I have the right skill sets? Do I have the right attribute to drive this vehicle? You can't enter a sports car or Formula One vehicle and you expect to be able to actually drive the vehicle if you've not learned. Or let's take any car. You can't have a driver's license and then enter a manual car and expect to move it from A to B. No, it doesn't mean the car doesn't work, right? It doesn't mean that the car is broken. It means you just are not skilled enough to drive the car. And that's the same with business. That's the same with anything in life, right? It's you. Have you got the right skill sets? Have you identified what's required? So with that being said, I want to give you guys some practical steps on how to sort of do a life audit on yourself and look yourself in the mirror and actually say, hey, have I got what it takes? You know, what do I really want to do? And I think the first thing to do is to identify what your North Star is, what your goal, what it is that you want to achieve. Once you've done that, you've set that, you can then have a time frame. You want to have a time frame to get to that North Star. And then once you've identified your North Star in detail, the next thing you want to do is you want to identify what vehicles can get you there. Could be anything. Does not matter. Don't spend a lot of time. As I said, the vehicles work. Online businesses work. In this day and age, is the easiest time to make money online. So once you've identified the vehicle, you then do what I like to call reverse engineering, where you strip down what it takes to run this vehicle, what it takes to drive this vehicle, and try and understand, one, what are the characteristics of someone that can drive this vehicle successfully? You've identified it. So for instance, I'll give you an example. If your vehicle is, you want to run a consultancy business like I do, one of the main characteristics is being able to speak eloquently, being able to sell, being able to manage businesses, being able to understand the life cycle of a business, right? So you then now strip back and say, what characteristics are required for me to be this person? So what you want to do in your mind is that you want to say, okay, cool. For instance, if your goal is to earn 10K a month or 50K a month, you now need to identify, what does a 50K a month person look like? What's the habits of a 50K a month person? What do they do? How is their life structured? What are their daily habits? How do they speak? Who are their friends? What do they know? What are they reading? What are they eating? What are they looking like? So you need to dive so deep, be so meticulous with understanding this, because without you doing this, you're not going to be able to visualize and see yourself achieving that. Nothing would happen. You can't just set a goal and expect yourself to do it, because your subconscious doesn't know it. Yourself doesn't believe it because they cannot see it. A good quote from Napoleon Hill says, wherever the mind conceives and believes, the mind achieves. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you've conceived that vision and you believe it. How do you believe it? You affirm it. You tell it to yourself every morning, right? You break down those self-limiting beliefs, right? Then now you've conceived it. You will achieve it. I hope you found this YouTube video helpful. And yeah, drop me a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think.